Welcome to our information session about the professional LLM specializing in dispute resolution. I'm Megan Thomas, and I'm the Graduate Program Director here at Osgoode Professional Development. I'll be taking you through the first couple of topics in today's information session, the program overview and the degree requirements. We'll then move on to talk about what to expect when you're a student here at OsgoodePD, the program structure and tuition, details about how to apply, as well as how to get in touch with us if you'd like more information after watching today's session. The Professional LLM in Dispute Resolution is a pretty unique program in the area of DR. It provides you a really broad and extensive toolkit of dispute resolution theories and strategies that you can bring to your work, whether you are a dispute resolution professional such as a mediator or arbitrator, whether you are a practicing lawyer, whether you are a professional working in another setting where you deal with disputes on a regular basis. It will cover key dispute resolution methodologies such as negotiation, mediation, and arbitration, but also looks at issues like bias and power dynamics and cultural sensitivity, as well as practical areas such as online dispute resolution. The degree requirements for this program include 12 credits of required courses, and those are offered once per calendar year. And so you would take one in the fall term when you start the program and one in the winter. Introduction to Dispute Resolution offered each fall. Theory and Practice of Dispute Resolution is offered each winter. The elective courses are quite varied, and you will find a different selection each term. Some of these courses are in-person courses and some are online. We offer a very popular course in Culture, Diversity, and Power in DR, Dispute Analysis and Process Design, Mediation Advocacy, and many more courses. For those who would like to step outside the dispute resolution realm and take an outside elective, you have up to 6 credits of room to do that if you wish. In order to complete a professional LLM degree, you'll be doing 36 credits worth of coursework over a 2-year period. Typically, you'll be taking 1 or 2 courses per term. If you're taking 2 courses in a term, they will usually be one after the other rather than running at the same time, and this makes it a little bit more manageable for our part-time students. There's a research requirement to complete within the professional LLM, and what this means is we're looking for you to do a minimum of 1 paper that's at least 8,000 words, which is about 30 pages in length. You can do this paper, which is called a significant research paper, within a course in your program, or you can do it independently under the supervision of an instructor. Another option is to do a major research paper, which is a longer paper of about 18,000 words or 70 pages. Which of these options you choose is completely up to you, and you can choose once you're in the program. We also offer support to help you decide which route you'd like to take if you need that. The program takes typically 2 years to complete, or 6 terms. We run all year round here at OsgoodePD, so you would find that we offer courses in the fall, winter, and summer terms. If you complete the program continuously, you would complete it within 2 calendar years, but there are lots of options that we'll talk about as the session unfolds to take breaks in the program, and so if you need longer to complete the program, that is something we can easily facilitate. At this point in the session, I'm going to pass the mic over to my colleague, Christine Briggs, who is our Assistant Director of Admissions, and she's going to take you through the rest of the session.
This is a part-time program designed for working professionals, and one of the principles of that design is minimizing the amount of time that you'll be away from work. In the dispute resolution program, we accomplish this by scheduling most of our courses as week-long intensives. Generally, you should expect to take 1 course per term, scheduled over 4 or 5 consecutive days. While the LLM in dispute resolution has a number of courses that are available through distance learning, it's important to note that all students in the program will have to come to Toronto in their 2nd term to complete Theory and Practice of Dispute Resolution, which is a required course that runs in person without a distance option. This course runs over 4 or 5 days intensively in the winter term, which is your second term of the program. Aside from this required course, a student could complete all other degree requirements through distance learning. Because each term we offer at least one course with a distance option. However, I do want to flag that not every dispute resolution elective has a distance option. There are a couple of courses that are offered in person only. When we're talking about distance learning, keep in mind that this is not a self-study program and courses are not asynchronous. Courses in the program are interactive seminars, and live attendance is required because participation is an important aspect of the program, regardless of course format. There are two types of distance options in the program: online-only courses and hybrid courses. Online-only courses take place over Zoom, and there is no option for in-person attendance. Hybrid courses give students the option to take the course either online or in person. Hybrid courses typically run out of our One Dundas campus, but you may occasionally see a hybrid course that runs out of our Kiel campus. Materials. No matter the schedule of your course, you can expect to receive your materials about 4 weeks in advance of your course's start date. Every course has a course website on our learning management system, eClass. Your course's eClass page will contain the course syllabus and information about required readings, assignments, and due dates for the course. Some courses have required textbooks, which you'll need to purchase, but many courses have all readings available on the eClass page. Prospective students often ask about how much time they should budget outside of class to prepare and complete assignments. Part of the reason why we release course materials 4 weeks in advance is so that you can have some time to review course requirements and schedule out your time. That said, the amount of time you need to spend is going to vary on a course-by-course basis, depending on factors such as course material, course format, your reading and study style, as well as your background. But in general, you should expect to spend at least as much time out of class as you do in class. Typically, students budget 1 to 3 hours for every in-class hour. You should assume that you'll need more time in your first term, particularly if you haven't studied law before, as there's a learning curve to figuring out how to do the readings effectively. Evaluation. There's no invigilated exams in this program. You can expect a variety of methods of evaluation during the program, such as individual and group presentations, short assignments, and participation grades. In addition, all courses have a major assessment, which is worth 51% or more of the grade. Major assessments are typically research papers or take-home exams. Research papers vary in length, typically 10 to 15 pages, from course to course based on 2 factors: the number of evaluation methods contained in the course and the grading weight of the assigned research paper. Research papers should be either on a topic explored in the course in more depth or on a topic that's a natural extension of the course material. Typically, research papers are due about a month after the final date of the course. Take-home exams are open book exams, which typically include a set of questions where students are given a specified amount of time to complete outside of the classroom setting, typically 2 to 4 weeks. These questions can take a variety of formats, but typically take-home exams will include fact pattern style questions, analytical questions, and essay style questions. Academic support. As a York University student, you have access to the Writing Center, student accessibility services, and other academic resources. In addition, we take an individualized approach to academic support. Students have access to academic counseling to get advice on achieving academic success and helping troubleshoot any difficulties you may be experiencing. Individualized support goes beyond the academic as well. Students have access to confidential mental health and wellness counseling, and we offer one-on-one career support, including resume review, mock interviews, job search, and career coaching. This program has a fall start. Applications for the fall term open annually on October 1st, and the final deadline to apply is May 1st. We use an online application portal. After creating your username and password, you'll be able to enter the portal to complete your application. You don't have to complete your application in one sitting. You can always save and return to it up until the application deadline. The application will ask you to answer some questions about your interests in the program, your background, and to provide some documents. The committee reviews applications holistically, taking into consideration the experience that you bring to the program. The application questions help the committee to contextualize your experience and interest in the program. It's a tool to help them understand your motivations for applying for the program. You'll also need to submit your CV or resume. This gives the committee an understanding of your professional experience and how that experience relates to the program you've applied for. We're used to reviewing CVs from all different jurisdictions and industries, so there's no required format. However, we do ask that your CV include job titles and dates of employment, a description of your job duties for each role, and a list of all previous educations with your degree title, institution name, and year of completion. As a professional program, we do put significant weight on relevant professional experience. If you have a JD or LLB, generally we're looking for a minimum of 2 years of practice experience. With applicants who do not have a JD or LLB, broadly we're looking for a minimum of 5 years of senior level experience in a role where you've gained applied legal knowledge that relates to the area you want to study. Generally, students who don't have a previous law degree do have a graduate degree in their field, and more often than not, they have closer to 10 years of senior experience. Our number one recommendation to students who don't have a JD or LLB who are interested in the LLM program is to reach out to us before you apply with a copy of your CV. We're happy to do a pre-application review and give you some feedback on fit. That way, you can go into the application process with confidence. You'll also be required to submit transcripts. We require transcripts from every university you've attended. Even if you have advanced degrees, a transcript copy could be a photocopy of an official or unofficial transcript, or even a screen print from your university record. If you're admitted to the program, we will require official transcripts, and we'll give you more information on that at the time of admission. In general, we're looking for applicants to have an overall B or 75% average or equivalent. However, because we're a professional program, we recognize that many of you completed your degree many years ago, and that your academic performance from 10 years ago, for example, may not be a good indicator of your current capabilities. The committee reviews your application in context, so having a lower average won't exclude you from consideration. There is a section on the application where you can provide any additional context about your academic performance if you feel it's relevant to do so. You'll also need to submit a writing sample. The committee uses your writing sample to assess your graduate level writing and research skills. Your writing sample could be an academic paper, a memorandum or factum, or a 5 to 10 page research paper on a subject that you're interested in. We have topic suggestions on our website. While there's lots of flexibility on what your writing sample can be, there are some specific things which your writing sample cannot be. Please do not submit unresearched opinion pieces, co-authored papers, non-analytical summaries of the law, court pleadings, or other legal documents. The committee cannot use these pieces to evaluate your research or writing skills. As part of the application, you'll be asked to submit contact information for 2 references. Your referees will be sent a reference form to complete over email. Your references can be professional or academic. The best reference is one who can validate your professional experience and speak to your academic potential. And finally, if you haven't completed at least 1 year of full-time university studies in an institution where the only language of instruction is English, you will be required to provide a language test. You should be prepared to submit a language test at the time of application. However, depending on when you'd apply, the committee may consider making a conditional offer of admission, or your application may be deemed incomplete until your language test has been received. Please review our website for detailed information about language test requirements and deadlines. After you've completed your application and paid your application fee, your file will go into queue for review. Our team will do an initial review of your file for completeness and let you know if anything further is required. We'll keep you informed of the status of your application throughout the process. The timing of when you'll receive a decision depends on a number of factors such as when you applied and when your application became complete. But in general, applications are reviewed on a rolling basis and early offers are made to top candidates. But most decisions are made within about a month of the final application deadline. If you have questions, we encourage you to reach out. To get in touch, please fill out our contact form using the URL on your screen, osgoodepd.ca/LLM-info. Using this form ensures that we have all the information we need to fully answer your inquiry and that it reaches the right member of our team. The form also allows you to include a copy of your resume or CV, which we encourage you to do if you have questions around program fit or program selection. And that concludes our presentation. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this session. We hope you found it helpful.